Most salespeople are trained to sell to the need. And the problem with that is that not everybody needs what they want. I have a car, but I need a car. But if I needed a new car, I could get by with an old junker, a 50-year-old car with body cancer and bad suspension, but it runs on gas. It stops, it goes, it turns signals. It'll get me from point A to point B and back again. Yes, that's what I need. But that's not what I want. I want a fancier car, a top-of-the-line model that's going to be comfortable, is going to look good, is going to have air conditioning, and the kind of things that you want to see in a car, like a GPS system or a good radio system or whatever it might be, and room for passengers and room for cargo or whatever. But that's what I want. It's just like when I needed a TV. I already had one TV, but I wanted a bigger one. So I didn't need to have a TV. I already had one, but I didn't want to keep watching on a smaller TV. I wanted something bigger. So I went out and I bought the biggest TV that I could at the time, so that I basically felt like I had a little theater in my room that I watched television in. That's what I wanted. Is it what I needed? No, it's not what I needed. So the salesperson, who I respect tremendously, a woman, basically said, here's what this can do, here's what that can do, and it costs X amount of dollars, but because you're a friend of mine, I'll get you a good deal on the TV. Would you mind a floor model? It just came in and was put out on the floor yesterday. I said, not at all. She gave me a great price, and now I have this big TV that's like a home theater. That's what I wanted. I also have a penchant for collecting certain types of antiques. If you were to present me with an antique, it doesn't mean I'm going to buy it just because I like antiques. However, it might be something that I want, not that I need. We don't need antiques. Those are things that we want. And salespeople will only be successful if they sell to the desire, not to just the need. If you focus on selling only to the need, you have to find the people who need. But a friend of mine used to sell machines to businesses for vending machines, and he got hired away to sell yachts. He had to learn about yachts, which in any business you have to learn your product. Product knowledge is key to becoming a successful salesperson. So he started selling yachts, the lowest price boat that you could get, the most basic hull that you can tool around in is $250,000. So he can sell those all day long. It's when he sells the $50 million model that really shines. And as I asked him, is the selling process any different? He said, no, it's just like selling machines. The clientele is different. Their reason for buying is different. And you have to play to their reason for buying. There's a lot to uncover. Now, this guy is a very mild-mannered, professional-looking guy who doesn't come across with this overbearing personality. He's not like a great comedian or anything. He's just a guy who talks. And he talks normally, and he talks very, very confidently. And trust me, the more product knowledge you get about your product, the more confident you will speak. And confidence says everything. Because if you can believe it and you can learn everything you can about it, then you must be investing in something that's good. And you can convey that to someone else. So what I want you to do is take a break for a second, look for the link and click to register to my masterclass, where I will give you a little bit of an introduction, and then if you decide to work with me, I will give you one-on-one time consulting with you to help you get your personality in a designed place that you want it to be, where you can sell more successfully. Now, how do I know? I've done that. And by the way, I'm not telling you to do anything that I haven't done. Because when I started, I went to every seminar I could. I read every book. I listened to every recording. And I consulted with top-level salespeople, and I asked them questions, and I got techniques out of them. And interestingly enough, I didn't have to do it on the golf course. I didn't have to do it at a bar. I don't go to bars, but I didn't have to go to a bar and throw down a beer with a bunch of other guys. I did it by having a conversation, and that's all I'm telling you to do. I want you to learn the art of speaking, because you can talk, you can sell. You don't have to be super dynamic. You can be just a regular person, man or woman. It doesn't matter your ethnic background. It doesn't even matter your age, because I can go out today and get any sales job I want because I know exactly what to say. And that's another thing I've done. I show people how to get work in sales, how to get hired. Now, how do you know how to do that? Well, that's something I will share with you when you join my program. It's worth its weight in gold, and I will do it for a very reasonable price. But at the same time, what I want to share, most importantly, is for you to take the time to invest in yourself so that you too can realize that, yes, you can sell. It is so easy. It's like every day is a different day. And think about it. I spent years getting paid to talk for a living. So of course, if you can talk, you can sell. And since you can talk, you can sell. If you remember as a child convincing your parents to give you a birthday gift that you wanted and you got it, you were selling. If you convinced a friend of yours to go see a movie that they didn't want to see but you did and they went with you, you were selling. If you convinced a certain girl to go out with you or a certain guy to go out with you, and they decided to because there was something that you said that triggered them to like you, yeah, you're selling. We're all selling. Like they say, if you're not married yet, you're still selling. The key is to remember that once you get to that level where you've done it dozens of times, it becomes like the back of your hand, so easy to do. It's just not even difficult at all. It's the easiest thing. And what you want to do is just listen to the simplest techniques possible that'll take you with your personality and propel you into the level that you want to be. That's why my program is called the six-figure selling system, because I take people up to six figures, and then from there you can go to the seven figures, which I've seen many times and have experienced training people to get there. People who have exceeded beyond me because they had a bigger drive, or maybe they had a little bit better of a clear concept of their goals than I did at the time. I even trained a guy who took my advice and went out and beat me in selling and got Salesman of the Year. And the difference between what he sold and I sold was only $5,000. But he took the techniques that I trained him for and he used them to show me up, which is pretty good. That is a very nice place to be, to where one of your students will shine and improve what you have done. But now, you'd think that right now, these people that I've worked with are off, retired, they're playing golf, they're buying the yachts, etc. And depending on what it is that you're selling, that's going to determine the higher ticket item income that comes with it. But remember, the clientele is the same person, just in a different place. So their needs are going to be different. Their wants are going to be different. If you sell to a guy who makes $50 million a year, and believe it or not, they're out there, he's more willing to listen to you sell a yacht or a piece of real estate than if you were just trying to sell him a simple life insurance policy, which, believe it or not, one of the best salesmen ever noted was a life insurance salesman. And he used to do that. He used to sell to these CEOs of major corporations, and he'd sell them life insurance. And they would say they don't need it. And he would tell them how they could use it. Because everything that somebody buys has a purpose that's going to improve either their job, the company's work, or maybe their lifestyle or their health or whatever it might be, or maybe their comfort. Do the people that buy $50 million yachts need them? No, but if they have a reason to use them, why not? That, again, is a desire, not a need. So we don't sell directly to the need. That's something that they teach, sell to the need. But I'll tell you right now, people have better desires that exceed their needs. Like I said about the car, I don't need a junker, although it'll get me from point A to point B. No, I just need a car. And any car will do, even if it is a junker. But in my business, I want something that's nice, I can drive clients around in, that's comfortable, that has features that I like, that people will appreciate when they get in my car. And I could go on. And so I buy what I want. And everything that I collect, all my antiques, are based on things that I think would be neat to own. I really like that. So when you join my program, it's free for the first seminar. And if you decide to stay with me, I will work with you one-on-one as I promised, and I will give you personal advice and consult with you and help you design a way to excel yourself into a higher plane of salesmanship. So until I see you next time, I'll see you at my masterclass. Thanks for watching. My name is Al Green, Sales Coach.